I've always been meaning to do this, and today I'm finally going to do it. Now you might be asking yourself, who the fuck is this guy and what's his authority to tell me anything about EDC? Well, quick story. Ever since I've been a kid, I've been from one place to another. I'm 31 years old right now, and I've been doing this since I was a small boy. My mother used to throw stuff on my backpack, and she would just send me over to my father's or my aunt or my grandfather. The same when I was with my father, he would just send me over to my mom, and I lived in a ton of places. Uh, even still today, I moved to place. I've been through a lot of works, a lot of different jobs, and the only constant that's been through my life is variables. And I kind of have my own setup system already working for me, and I know what works and what doesn't. I try to aim for high quality items, preferably made in the USA, patented, weather resistant, made out of good materials, made in the USA. And really, just my entire whole mentality with this whole thing is buy the best that you can afford. So let me start here. So this is just a regular outfit that I use. I have plenty. I have long sleeve shirts. I have polo shirts. I got cargo pants. And one of the most important things when trying to produce a successful EDC package is how you wear, of course. Everything's got the everything needs to be camouflaged through the clothing that you're wearing. Another thing that's highly important, at least for me, or I've noticed through my whole EDCing weapons or concealed carry weapons, is that being fit is extremely important. Is really what's going to pull out the whole. It is going to allow that firearm to just melt within your body and your figure. And so if you have a big chest and you have a fairly decent skinny waist, the t-shirt is going to hang through your chest and is going to cover the firearm a little better. And even though this is a t-shirt that I used to train at the gym and stuff, you can see that it's extremely difficult to notice anything if you're not a freaking FBI, CIA agent. And so if you just go about your day, the supermarket and stuff, nobody's going to be able to tell anything, and have a full freaking package here that tactically would be able to increase my options of surviving a violent encounter. Now, there are two things that are missing here on this setup. One is my pepper spray, and the other thing is I'll tell you guys later here, but let me start with the knife. What kind of knife I'm using? This is a Cold Steel Recon 1. It's been with me for a freaking minute now, since 2017, I think, and we're 2026, so almost 10 years. This thing gets better with time, and honestly, if you really take care of it, as with any tool that you'd use, after you're done using it, you should clean it and oil it, resharpen it, and it's going to be with you for a long time. I'm just really extremely surprised about the outstanding capabilities and performance of cold steel blades. They have proven to be worth every penny that I spent on them. I've had about 3 or 4 cold steel at this point, and it really just gets better with time. Now there's a little slide, little wobble up and down, but man, I mean, that triad lock just, whenever it's completely locked, it's good to go for anything you need to do. And so 4-inch blade, CTS XHB is the oldest metal that they used to use, Cold Steel used to utilize to do their, it's a powder metal, It's got great performance. You know, I utilize it and resharpen. It resharpens fairly easy, and just I don't have enough good things to say about this freaking knife, man. Honestly, it's been with me through even long after I had a gun. This is basically what I was carrying to defend myself and feel protected or whatever. And yeah, it's just been a workhorse, man. Now it's a little bit larger, but it is thin, so it really just disappears on your jeans. By the way, I'm not a native speaker, so if you guys hear me saying something that does not sound right, feel free to leave it in the comments and I'll get it corrected or for the next time. All right, so the knife. Then next thing would be, I guess, my keys. Now my keys got a whole bunch of different tools on them, really. The less that it's got, the least that it has is keys on it. I have flashlights, I got screwdrivers, another flashlight, way to make fire, you know, small knife. I got earplugs. I have very sensitive ears, and so if I need to, you know, sleep someplace, I really need my the earplugs. These have saved me a lot of times. I got a Uncle Bill's liver grippers. To, you know, they're just God, I forgot the name now. It's just tweezers is all they are, really. And then I got a peanut lighter here, so if I need to make a flame instantly. Here you go. So yeah, those are my keys. I've gone through a whole different setups on how to carry my keys, and this is really just what's simpler for me. I carry it on my back pocket. I just go like this, and you know, if I sit in a car or whatever, usually I'll sit like this, and they'll stay on the side. They don't rattle as much nearly because I put a grip tape on all the things here, and so it kind of stays as one single piece. Doesn't rattle a lot. Used to sound a whole lot worse before. Well, let's talk about my watch. Yeah, I've only utilized G-Shocks really. You know, they're somewhat decently fairly priced, and for what they are, they offer a lot of things. Mainly for me, really, is just the ability to have time while living a really active lifestyle. You know, I work with my father, and it's a really it's a tough job, man. And you know, we do a lot of pushing, just lifting stuff, boxes and stuff, and so this gets banged a lot, and so it stayed with me for a while. I bought it a long time ago. I replaced the straps on them, and it gave it a new life. It's got a compass. It's got a thermometer. You know, different appliances that have served through the time, but mainly it's just an extremely reliable watch. Especially for young and active people, right? Now, this is my flashlight. Now, this might not be the best EDC flashlight there is on the market. There are definitely better. However, I chose this one for one particular application, and it is, you know, to be a tactical flashlight, right? And so the one that's got, this is the EDC 2 DFT Turbo from Surefire. Now, you might argue all you want, but for me, really, Surefire just stands at the echelon of flashlights. I would put Streamlight and then Olight as a third, but mainly, you know, it's just made in the USA, good quality items that have been proved through military, law enforcement, and they've been banged on. You know, people who are in the tactical environment, they use them every day and rely on them, and so that should tell you everything you need to know about a good quality tool. I've wrapped taped on it as well, just to have it a little bit of a more pleasant feeling on it. It does look kind of cool. One thing that I really like about this is, you know, really, if I see something at the distance, one thing that this thing is good for is to pushing through darkness, pushing light through darkness. This is 100,000 candela here on this flashlight, so even though it's not very good for like looking at stuff here because it's a highly concentrated beam of light. Um, you know, if you're walking down at night and you see a suspicious car and you push that, it's going to go through the windshield and clarify what's behind, what kind of stuff is going on. The same as if you got something, you know, 50, 100 yards away from you, you can still push this light and see completely clear what's going on in there without hesitation. It's going to push the light through the distance in the dark. So the second one is just the low. I believe this is 15 lumens, and so if you're, you know, it's just looking for something at night, then you could use the second one. But overall, it's just an extremely well put together flashlight. I'm extremely proud about it. It's a little bit pricey though, somewhere there up in the $270, $300 maybe sometimes. You could get a discount, maybe $260 on Amazon. But that's what I chose. I've had many different Surefire flashlights before, and this is the model that I've chose nowadays to be my companion, my carry flashlight. I got my wallet, just a regular wallet. This is a slim fold wallet. I like this wallet a lot because, you know, as you can see, it is extremely thin, and it doesn't take up any space. It's comfortable. Man, it carries a lot of you know, just your IDs, your permits, cash, of course. You can even fit like I fit an airport bill, you know, an airplane passage bill here, and it fits just fine. It's got plenty of room for cards and stuff, and just overall decent materials. I've had it for more than 5 years already, and it's going strong. That being said, well, I put my keys here already. Let me show you guys my med kit, my IFAK, you know, my boo-boo kit. This is something that I've put together a while now. I think I've had this even before I've had the firearm on me or started carrying firearms. But I've every year I would change the things that are in here because you know they expire, especially if you have like hemostatic gauze, like the chemical agent on the hemostatic gauze is going to expire at some point. So it's important to be on top of that stuff. You don't want to be utilizing your tools in the worst day of your life and find out that they don't work properly, right? And so this is an ankle cuff from Wilderness Tactical. I think they're over in Arizona. John Correa really was the main impulsor behind this setup here. And I got a tourniquet, you know, I got the gauze, the Israeli bandage, I'm sorry. I got NAR gauze. Everything here has been thoroughly inspected and is of the best quality materials that I can put together. Now I had a pair of Raptor shears here, and this is the one thing that is missing here. They got stolen at my gym. You know, I left this here on like a bathroom or something while I was changing, and they took the shears off. These are bear claw gloves or something it's called, I think. And they are a thicker material, these gloves, and they're from North American Rescue as well. Yeah, and it's proven good, you know, so far. I utilize the Raptor shears a lot whenever I have to cut something, but I'm not there anymore, and I got to purchase one again. So this is the softy wide tourniquet. It's been proven, and it's quite small. It's got a metal windlass and just good quality stuff in here for sure. And then for my I guess what you guys were waiting for, my piece here. Let me just download this here for you guys. Clear. And so this is what I consider to be really the best urban combat pistol in the whole planet. And I really went through a lot of thought, you know, whenever I was choosing what kind of firearm I wanted to carry. And I come to the conclusion that this would really just fit all the all the criteria that I was looking for. So yeah, it's just Glock 45. It doesn't have an MOS system. TLR7 HLX has got the Pro grips from Talon Grips. Trigicon HDXR's excellent night sights here. For if you're looking for good metal sights on a Glock, you can't go wrong with these. It's got the Glock Performance trigger on it. I can go on for hours on this subject and how I put together the whole piece. If you guys want to check that out, be sure to leave me a comment here in the video, and I'll be happy to just go over the whole platform and why I set it up the way that I did. I have a Glock magwell in here. Now, I was meaning to get the SLR or something, but this works good with the backstrap. I have the medium backstrap here, and before I had some issues with the with the slide kind of just biting on my hand. There's a lot of meat here whenever I grip the pistol, and if I hadn't had that beaver tail, it would come back and bite me a little bit. But now it just offers the best. It's got a lot of real estate here for me to put my support arm, and so it works really good. TLR7 HLX. This is, whenever I bought this thing, it was pretty much the brightest, the compact light that was available in the market right now. I was actually going to get a TLR7A, so it would just fit flush with the muzzle of the firearm. This one extends like half an inch. It's not a big deal. I thought, given the upgraded performance, might as well go with a better model, right? So one thing to consider though is that this part, really, the one underneath the muzzle, really where we put the lights, is the one that's going to be making contact with the part of your leg. So depending on how you carry, it could be uncomfortable to carry a freaking X300 Ultra there and something, right? So I chose this one. Again, I can go into the reasons why, but we'll just leave it simple here for this video. I carry that in a T-Rex Arms Raptor holster. I purchased this when Lucas was still at T-Rex, and I thought it was just a great option because, the guy obviously knows how to shoot, and I really liked his mentality about the whole EDC carrying and training mental attitude. I requested this to be with a backer. Now, this backer that comes in here is for you to put it here on the, I believe, 4 or 5 o'clock here, small of the back carry. But I cut the thing here, so it would just, pretty much I would just carry it, and is a little foam. I believe this is Alcantara. It's got some holes there for breathing and stuff. It works great, man. It doesn't smell bad, and it's really comfortable. And for the ammunition that I carry, these are Federal HSTs 150 grain. So these are pretty hefty 9mm bullets. Federal HST, of course, has been proven and is one of the best self-defense rounds available there in the market. I like these ones better because I think that they, being a heavier bullet, they don't carry that much muzzle velocity with them, and so they're not gonna want to tend to over penetrate as much, right? Now, if my train of thought with this is, if I need to pull it out and just in a crowded environment, whatever, I need to take a shot, I don't want that bullet to just go past the background from my target, right? And so that's kind of like my train of thought with that. And then for the, let me pull this out here anyways. And then for the replacement or backup magazine, I have a Tenecore Abdo. This has worked really good for me, man. I like the quality and just the build of the whole thing. And it's very highly comfortable here. I don't even feel it. It sits in a good position, so whenever I need to do the mag change, I know where it's at. And then for the secondary bullets that I have in here, and this is for, in my head, if things get really bad, if I need a little bit of extra hump from firepower. These are Hornady critical duties, 124 plus piece. And so they're hotter rounds. You know, the ogive on this, it's been proven to have extremely well ballistic capabilities when it comes to pushing through barriers. And so, you know, if you have like a windshield or even like a car door or something, this is a bullet that would easily go through it and potentially struck your target behind it, right? So, yeah, this is pretty much really basically what I carry here with me every day, except the Raptor shears. And also, I lost, or well, I left it at a friend's house the other day. My pepper spray. I also carry a pepper spray, and it's like John Correa would say, uh, you need to carry something between a harsh word and a gun, right? You don't want to jump to lethal force in the middle of a discussion there or something if things get iffy. So it's important to carry and also practice the whole de-escalation, escape, avoidance tactics that will potentially leave you out of trouble. You know, just keep your ego in check. You don't need to be, even though you're a fit and capable human, you know, you have the capability for violence. You need to keep just all those marks in check as a man. You know, self-control is one of the most valuable uh, one of the really most valuable things that you can own as a masculine man, right? So I hope you guys liked the video, and if you guys want to see anything additional regarding anyone why I chose any of these things, also, you know, I probably putting together some stuff from my gym backpack too, and I got a camping backpack. I could show you a few different things. I got a lot of info here in my head regarding this tactical stuff. So I hope you guys liked the video, and just if you have any comments, please be sure to leave them down there, and I'll be happy to see you on the next one.